Yes. How's it
Ooh-ah.
going? Happy Monday. It's a great weekend. Hope y'all had enjoyed your weekend. Had good things going on. What's up, guys? What you up to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good weekend.
Right on, bro.
Monster Monday. It's a Monster Monday.
And it's
Monster
a
Monday. It is.
Can't
yes,
beat
we
it.
love
Can't
it.
beat it.
Yep. They've been mobbing over there.
Let's see it in the comments. Let's get that SoFi score started
the loot.
early.
Oh,
Let's
there
see
you
if they
go.
drop a Monster Monday.
Monster Monday. Let's see it. Let's see it. Ready for Monster Monday. Throw it up there. Let's go. Let's get the, like you said, get the SoFi score pumping because we got to look at it when I jump over there. Let me see. I don't even know. We got to take a look at that. We got to keep an eye on that because I see it when they're mobbing, man. When they're mobbing, you get people full up on the stage. That thing is rolling, and that's what we got to do over here. I think it rolls and gets pumping with a bunch of likes. You get a bunch of comments in the chat, even afterwards when we get comments after the show's over. So let me see. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see. Look at all this. It's the season. Stamps are us. It is the season. Thank you, Lord Paxman. I like that. Let's go.
It's climbing, Ray. You want me to show it? It's climbing. I got it.
Oh, it's climbing. Yeah, show it. Show it. Show it. Hold on, moving. Hey, we got it. Oh, look at it. That's what I'm talking about.
It was 92.99 when I got into the room.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was. And I was like, okay, maybe it'll start when people get, and they started right away. So
that's what I'm talking about.
Look at that thing go. So,
it is.
Yeah, pump it up. Do not stop. Whatever you're doing the right thing. So do more of it.
Right on. Love it. And it is a good viewers with the live. It's all good stuff, man. So let's go. Naomi saying, let's go. Excited for the show. Thank you, Naomi. It's good to see you. Decrypting Chaos, ready to go. The best show. Thank you. Appreciate it, Decrypting Chaos. George, good crypto fan. Yes. Happy Monday to you, George. Gotta pump it up. It is. They were just playing it, I love it. Over on Spaces, they got that song. It's a great song. Great thing going. But I'm gonna go through and then get them in there.
You can hear the SoFi score going up. You hear it?
Oh, I like it. It is. Sounds like the arcade days. Oh, listen.
It's just the SoFi score, just ringing it up, people. Come
on. I love it. Look at that. That is a great sound.
It's gonna hit 94. Keep reading off that. Keep reading off those comments, Ray.
It is. I'll keep reading. 500 likes, and FOMO said he will shave his head. Okay, I like it. That's what I'm talking about. Love it, FOMO. Floor. Good evening. Yes. SoFi score keeps going up. It is a happy Monday. Thank you. Apex, wise guys in the building. Thank you, brother. Good to see you. Steve.
Another push. We need another push. We're
need some more push. Yes.
93.99.
It is one away. One away. Refresh. That's what you got to do, Tim. You got to refresh. You got to refresh. Watch. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, it is. That was it. 93.99. But I love it, man. Monster Mondays. Good stuff. SOS. That might be something that you might be saying something there, Will. Happy Monday, Ariel. Good to see you. Did I see SOS? Give me the loot. That's right. The loot. And yes, 500 likes equals to let's LFG. Hello. Good to see you. Yes, I'm going through it all. I'm glad to see. Good to see all that stuff rolling, man. So I'm just going through real quick. I can't read them all. Love it. Really appreciate everybody, with all the comments. It's what's making that SoFi pump, and it's great stuff. You guys are awesome. Yes. SoFi score to the moon. That's what I'm saying. SoFi scores pumping. Yes, Monday, give me the loot. Chris Carson, let's go. That's what I'm saying. It's time to go. Blockchain versus banks. What do y'all think? Exactly, Austin. We're going to talk about that. Are you a hybrid? I don't think any of us are all just loving banks. I can tell you that. I know we're not bank lovers. So I think it's either a hybrid type or you're fully decentralized and you want to just kind of be all about a freedom-loving, sovereign blockchain that's going to kind of take care of all that trustless system for you, right? So, yeah, we will go through that. Kyla, welcome. Never seen you, the name, so I wanted to welcome you here. Appreciate you joining us. Thank you. More likes, comments. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Double. Ooh.
2x. Yeah, don't miss the 2x.
Did you see that? I like that. I mean, that's what it's talking about. We're seeing what makes the SoFi score go up. So, they were talking about on Spaces again, filling up the stage. So, you're getting some alpha right there. There it is, 2x. Look, that's what you're talking about.
2x. I think we got 3x because if we got 33 people in the room, it just went up 100 points. I'm gonna say that's a 3x.
Yes, there you go. I like that.
I'm no mathematician. Don't hold me. That's not financial advice.
It's gonna be tired tonight, brother. Good to see it. Yes, I'm glad. I want to be tired. Good evening. Michelle, happy Monster Monday. Good to see you. Thank you. Thank you. Not a bank lover. That's right, Josh. I don't think many of us are. They've been useful for a bit, but they also been a little bit of a problem. So we'll see. Appreciate the 3. Yes, thank you. Appreciate you, Steve. Blockchain is revolutionary, revolutionizing traditional finance. It is now. Yes, I agree. 10K, I'm going to go in for the Army haircut. Oh, love it, George. 10,000 subscribers. That's what he's saying for the YouTube channel. And he's gonna do the Army haircut. I love it, man. Thank you. Good. That's right. We need some of that. That's what I'm talking about. I like it. My crypto adventures. Yes. Good evening, M2 Hat Girl. Brightly lit night on the hood. It is. Welcome to the Monster Hood. We love it. And there we go. 200 comments on Tim will give us. Oh, thank you, Tim. There you go. I like it.
Yeah. I was leaning more towards the haircut.
High and tight. There it is. Lightning. Hey, if you haven't done it, I think most of us know it by now. If you're new, you need to put that lightning on your profile pic, wherever it is, whether front and back. I know those guys are doing the front. I do like that. It looks good. I have not done it myself, but as long as the lightning, that little symbol, that emoji is in your PFP, you are good to go. You need to get that in there. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. So, here we go. We got more lightning. That's what I'm talking about. So, what's going on, guys? I appreciate going through all that. Great seeing the SoFi score going up. Another great thing. Let me pull this up. If you've seen this, Tim, I think you've seen it. But let me jump over to mine. Here we go. Right? Look at this. It did a successful drop again. Amazing.
Nice.
Second mission successful. Crates have been delivered to qualifying crowns. There it is. Second crate delivery.
Nice.
For these, right, with anybody that's a crown holder, and they received the 3rd space drop of Earth mission supply. It's going to be coming up in 29 days, right? So they have received their planetarium, solarized, super non-fungible crates. And I think those things are very powerful. I think those are very powerful things right there. But it is cool to see, man. That is the second mission complete and delivered. So another great news, man. Good stuff. And yeah, if you've never seen the SoFi score where we're talking about,
Wait. Did that say the 29th? It's leap year. It's leap year.
Oh, it is.
29 days from now. No, it's going to happen before leap year day because today's not the.
Oh yeah, this is it's January. There's 31 in this, right? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's 31 in that.
That's what he's saying, though.
29 days.
It would be the 27th or 28th of February.
Well, I think it says on the 29th of February.
No.
He said, wait, it's leap year. They're gonna put up 4 years for that.
You're right, it's leap year, but that started counting down last night at about 6:30 from 30 days.
Yeah, but today's the 29th. And there's 31. There's 2 more days in January. Yeah?
Correct. Which would make it the 27th or so when this hits.
That's
zero.
right. The day before.
But I like the way you think there, Sniper.
It is. I do like Sniper. He's on it. He's making sure. Checking it out. That's right. Like I said, the other thing is if you haven't, all you got to do is take a look at the game, right? When you're on this main menu, you hit the game. Now you're over to Connectricity. And what we're all so enthralled and looking to move here is this look at it.
Ooh,
What is
jump?
Why we weren't watching? Look at this, man. Great. Love the SoFi score, man. Pump it. Love it.
It went
Great
right
stuff.
past 420 without me noticing.
I'm fine. Yeah, it is. I'm with Apex, man. I'm dying to find out absolutely 100% what these loot boxes are all about. I really am. They're from the crowns, which is the top, top tier, the grail of grails of all NFTs, and they're getting dropped these crates. I am very wondering. A lot of wonders. So, hey, Tim, I don't know. You have something cool too? Should we share it now? Hey, first I want to see a lot of energy, right? We want to hear are you ready? Do you want to stamp? Let me hear ones. One's for anybody who wants a stamp.
Right
Two,
out of the box with the stamp. You used to say, wait,
I want to see if there's energy. We got to have energy. After that, if it's slow, we'll come back. We'll come back in a little bit. There's Austin. Got one. Oh, look at Austin. Come on now. Look at all. He's on it. SOS. That's what I'm saying, right?
One.
Yeah. Got to get it.
SOS. Hashtag drink up.
Drink up, yes.
Hashtag Monster Monday.
After we get the ones, yes, we need some drink ups. Come on, man. This is it. This is the stamp of stamps. Look at all this.
Buzz cuts for everyone.
Oh, my bad, man. I'm going through. Look at it. Yeah, look at Austin. He's double dipping. Austin's double dipping. That was one comment 18 times. Good job. I love it, Austin. El Rey, SOS. Send a stamp. There we go. Look at all this. See? That's what I'm talking about. There's the community. There's the mob. That's what I mean right there, right? That's great. And then here we go with George. Buzz cuts are us. It's a hashtag. Love it, man.
Oh, he's talking about 10K. I think he's talking about 10K on the SocialFi score.
Yeah,
oh,
94. He wants to go all the way to 10K.
I love it. I like both, George. I'll say both. 10K for that and 10K for subscribers. That's what I'm talking about. But yes.
Are you saying you're going to join him?
No, it's Buzz. I already got it like that, man. Yeah, I'm already there. I did it already. So that's because I thought it was already going to happen. So there you go. Awesome. Very, very cool stuff. SOS, SOS, SOS. Right on. Hey, so I guess we should tell me Apex. Tell me M2. Austin M2 and Apex. We dropping it? Should we drop it? Do we got enough excitement? Is it going? It's going up again. Tim, here, look at come back over here. Hold on. Look at it. It's pumping up.
Before, yes.
You see all of that? That's what I'm talking about. That's why we're doing this, right? It's moving it, guys, ladies. Come on, man. That's why we're doing it on the chat, right? We got to get that SoFi score pumping. They have to hear the block. Okay. There you go, Austin. I like that. So I appreciate all the comments. We'll come back to the stamp, but we do need to talk about blockchain versus banks. We just got to come on. Give it a little. Let it marinate a little bit. Let's marinate. So let me pop into it. Tim, is it cool? You don't have to go, right? Yeah, I'll jump into it.
Start it off. Kick it off.
Okay, right on. So first thing I wanted to start with, and listen, we're talking about the whole ecosystem, but I was in the military and I want to talk about decentralized command at first, right? You'd be surprised, but our military is one of the few militaries on the planet. That's why it's so powerful. It's not just technology. It's the way that things are run there. And they use the thing called decentralized command and control. And you should really realize, because we have to realize instead, like we're all in the hood here, our group, our whole army of people that is in this, there's our fam, as people say it as well. It is a decentralized command and control. And when you hear what he's talking about, you'll see what I'm talking about. Is that most people that are in corporate America, you have departments and you got to get clearance from this, you got to get that. And it takes forever to make any kind of decisions. Well, I want to tell you, and just listen, we're going to listen like 3.5, 4 minutes of this, but you have to understand, this is literally how it should be run here in Web3. We're all leaders. We all understand what the whole goal is. We're educating people here, and we're facilitating mass adoption. That's the goal here. So let me just jump. I got to mute myself. So you guys got to, comment if you like something and tell me to stop, but I'm going to be muted. Okay. So take a listen. This is Jocko. If you don't know who Jocko is, he is a commander in Navy SEALs. He's been doing it for many, many years. So my man knows a little bit something about command and control. Very much in a lot of theaters with war. So very, very good guy. So let me let you listen to him.
Nice. Decentralized command.
Decentralized command, simply put, everybody leads. Everybody leads, and that's what we want as a leader. We want everybody on the team to be able to lead, and we actually want them to lead. Now, that might sound crazy, because you might think to yourself, well, if you've got a team of 10 people and they're all leading, can't you end up with 10 people leading in different directions? And the answer is yes, you can. Yes, you absolutely can. That's why decentralized command, you still have to lead as a leader with decentralized command. And the way you do that is by making sure that everybody on the team understands what the mission is, understands what the goal is, understands what the end state is, understands what the priorities are, understands the limitations that we have. How far I can go to the left, how far I can go to the right, what my timeline is. And the most important thing they need to understand is why they're doing what they're doing. That's the most important thing that they need to understand, everybody on the team, because then they can make decisions. Then they can make adjustments. So if you know that there's another project that is going to need the crane by next week, and you know why that is important for you to get that your utilization of the crane done this week, well, if you understand why, then you say, hey, you know what? Normally I wouldn't do overtime on Friday and Saturday, but I know that there's a reason. I know why this is happening, so we're going to expend a little bit of extra money here to get the job done, so we can get the crane moved over here. If you didn't know the why, you might say, well, we're not going to spend more money on overtime. Not worth it. As soon as you understand the why, you can make the right decisions. So that's what decentralized command is. It's such a powerful tool. It's such a powerful tool. And to your point earlier about things being counterintuitive, decentralized command sometimes feels very counterintuitive, because I think if I'm the boss, I should be telling everyone what to do. I should be giving the orders, barking the orders, coming up with a plan. I feel like I should be doing all that because I'm the quote boss. The reality is the most efficient way to run an organization is if my subordinates are able to come up with a plan. If my subordinates understand the mission well enough that they can come up with a plan, they can put together that plan, they can execute that plan, they can make decisions, and they can do that all at their level with just a couple check-ins with me to make sure that the plan makes sense and that it doesn't interfere with any other projects that I've got going on. So that's counterintuitive. But the advantage that you get with decentralized command, I mean, this is from a military perspective, this is how we win wars. If you look at Saddam Hussein was a complete micromanager. And when one of his elements was getting flanked by coalition forces, those elements would sit there and call back and say, hey, we're getting flanked. What do you think we should do? Well, doesn't have time to answer every single call. And so they're waiting for an answer. And guess what happens? They get flanked. That's centralized command. It doesn't work. What happens is you need to be smart enough to say, oh, we're getting flanked. We need to counter that. We need to maneuver. So we want to have that happen in our businesses as well, in our companies. And we can only do that if we invest in our leaders, if we train our leaders, if we give our leaders some leeway. And your leaders aren't going to be perfect, and they're going to make some little mistakes. And when they make little mistakes, instead of jumping on them so they never make a decision again, right? If you make a decision, Aaron, and it turns out to be, hey, not the best decision, and I rip you apart and tear you apart in front of the whole team and call you an idiot and the whole 9 yards, well, next time you need to make a decision, you're going to say, hey, Jocko, I need to talk to you. 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 And by the way, if I've done that with you, I've done that with 14 other people. And now I got 14 people that don't make any decisions. And they're all saying, Jocko, I need to ask you something. Jocko, how do you want me to do this? Jocko, which way should we go here? And now the whole team is congested behind my brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it? You hear me?
Got it.
But it is wild, man. I mean, that's, sometimes you see that over in the space a lot, is everybody's looking to somebody. And, that's what this whole movement is all about. We all have a good idea. We've been kind of educating ourselves pretty well here. And we've all kind of been pretty cohesive as a group all together, bouncing ideas off of each other, really starting to understand the space. Some of us may be better at, with technology, or maybe understand the tech better or things like that. But we all have, most of us have run businesses. Most of us have done a lot of things that are entrepreneurial. And yeah, it's amazing. Like I said, I just, I've always kind of obviously equated that, myself anyways, being in the military. It is. And that it is why we're so different. I mean, especially when you talk about fighter pilots, all of these different things. They're up there as squadrons and they're making different decisions, and you have to be able to make decisions. A lot of people in the military, like you talk about in Russia, like you just said, Saddam Hussein, very, 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 very controlled, and they get stuck, right? And that's how we can just kind of wipe things out. So just very interesting, because you need to think of that as a group, as we are here. A lot of us can get after it and make some really smart solid decisions, and just do what this is all about, right? Educate people and get mass adoption going. Explaining more analogies. That's what I'm going to start trying to do here more, is analogies of and stories of how you can kind of, see it in different types of everyday things that we all are used to, right?
This is
So-
and a good way to tie this into crypto is this is the bees, right? This is SBU. It's decentralized command. The reason I say that, we heard a big news story today that the Lazy Lions is under new ownership, right? That's pretty crazy. Yeah, they actually released the project to 4 other individuals, and the community feeling in that is a little bearish, because they're like, oh, great, because it normally doesn't go well, right? We know Lucas did a great job with the Pudgy Penguins, but he acquired that project. He bought that project. I think this one was kind of handed off, but and then this is where I'm going with that. No mention of Lazy Lions. I had this thought when I read that announcement. I was like, my gosh, man, how terrible. And I know that there's people that hold some Lazy Lions. How terrible would it be to wake up to that news tomorrow morning that the ownership of the bees had got held over, got given to 4 other individuals? It's like, are you kidding me?
Right.
And it made me so proud to be a part of a project where the project is owned by the project. The bees own the bees, and it's decentralized command that you're talking about. They all have the ownership to make decisions and put those decisions up to a vote, right? And everybody makes the decision based on that vote. So I don't know. I was thinking about that this morning. I was like, man, this is how every project should be. You shouldn't be giving ownership away to different people, or allowing an individual to come in and buy ownership of that project. The project should own the project. And I don't know. It just made me proud today of that I've got those assets in the bees. It made me proud of the bees today. And then when you showed that, it reminded me of that again. That's kind of that decentralized command. We all are owners and decision makers in that project. It's the importance of a DAO.
100%, bro. I mean, that's great. That's why I do. I love, that's why I've always been fully in, have full faith in what's been built here and the people. And, it was done right. And that's why, like I said, you can just tell if you've been in this space for a bit. I mean, I like I said before, I was even in crypto before this. And you can absolutely see and recognize, like I said, too, it's funny starting to get a lot of, people from the past come back around, right? They get to see what's really out there, everybody. And absolutely, that's what everybody's saying too. Proud of being a B, Mauritia B, absolutely. Extremely proud to be a B. Amazing group of people, 100%. And yes, like you said, it's fully decentralized. And that DAO, Decentralized Autonomous Organization, allows us to do exactly what you're saying there, D-Ray. It's voting rights, proposals, all this kind of stuff. It's amazing, right? So proud to be a B, Monster, and a part of the, yes, appreciate you, Connie. Absolutely, 100%. So the SoFi, did it pump? It pumped again, I think. Look at that.
Oh,
that thing's rocking and
almost
rolling.
96.
Man. I know. I'm trying to.
We keep going like this, people. We'll hit that 10K.
Get the razor ready. Get the razor ready, George.
The razor ready. Yeah, exactly.
It might be coming pretty quick, George. You might be shaving your head tonight. That's good. Good stuff with the mob going on after the show, and this is rocking and rolling. Best decentralized family forever. Right. 100% agree. M2 Nomers. There you go. The hive is alive. Oh, I just made it my own thing. The hive is strong. I love it. I love it. So I do. I want to hop into it. That was more about our community and the group. And now I want to get into just the whole idea. Banks versus blockchain, right? Owner economy, social bees, 100%. So jumping into it. And listen, I know most of us, we know this kind of stuff, right? I get it. But I do want to, what did I go in here? Is this starting off? I had, wow, this changed on me, guys. There it is, blockchain overview. That's where I wanted it. All right. This is it, right? Blockchain defined is a shared immutable ledger that facilitates the process of recording transactions and tracking assets in a business network. An asset can be tangible, a house, car, cash, land, or intangible, intellectual property, patents, copyrights, branding, virtually anything of value can be tracked and traded on a blockchain network, reducing risk and cutting costs for all involved. And it is. Here's some things, why it's important, right? Businesses run, the business runs on information. The faster it's received, the more accurate it is, the better. That's for any business out there. Blockchain is ideal for delivering that information, because it provides immediate, shared, and completely transparent information stored on an immutable ledger that can be accessed only by permission network members. So you can really understand that, right? Just think of medical records. I talk to Deb every time she comes home from hospital. There's a lot of things there where, you have HIPAA laws, all these different things. They have to keep the information tight. It can only get accessed by doctors. Right now, it's very cumbersome. They have their own intranet at the hospital, and they can still got to log in the computer, still got to do all these things. Very important. You can see where this streamlines in a big way, a lot of things in the future. And, I just think of medical things because, again, it's just right off the top of my head. There's so much that's out there. And if you want to go through the chat while we're doing this, great comments while we're kind of going through this there, Tim. But let's see. Right. So it did, let me see here. Yeah, it did switch around a little bit here. Types of I do want to talk again, types of blockchains. Most of us only hear this public blockchain network, right? That's Bitcoin. We're all used to the public blockchains, kind of, all decentralized. But there are other things that are private blockchains. Private blockchains operate on closed networks and tend to work well for private businesses and organizations. So there are private businesses building their own blockchains. Maybe some of us didn't know that. Permissioned blockchain networks, sometimes known as hybrid blockchains. Permissioned blockchain networks are private blockchains that allow special access for authorized individuals. Organizations typically set up these types of blockchains to get the best of both worlds. So again, still probably set up by a private business or corporation or something like that, but opens up a little bit of a hybrid where you can do some public things. Consortium blockchains, similar to permission blockchains, consortium blockchains have both public and private components, except multiple organizations will manage a single consortium blockchain network. So there you go. Hybrid. We're going to talk about that a little bit today, because this is where I really think it's going to be at, right? There's going to be fully decentralized, why we love our ecosystem, fully decentralized systems. But I think you're going to see a lot of this, this hybrid. Hybrid blockchains are the combination of both public and private blockchains. In a hybrid blockchain, some parts of the blockchain are public and transparent, while others are private and accessible only. And I guarantee you, look, the Fed Now one, going to be like that. It's going to be a little bit, hey, we're public, but not so much, right? Let's hide this. And what we're printing the digital dollars. We're going to be continuing to print digital dollars. Side chains, I'm not going to keep reading through them all, but side chains are another one. And then blockchain layers, right? You can think about layer 2s that are built on top of, Ethereum, all kinds of different things like that. So again, just was going over a little bit of what blockchains are. There's a lot of them, different ones out there. This is the big trilemma when you hear about blockchains and this word trilemma. The blockchain trilemma is one of the larger hurdles for cryptocurrencies to achieve mass adoption, because no one has achieved all three of these at once. No one. Okay. Bitcoin is absolutely decentralized and secure. Scalability is a little bit of an issue. They do things like layer 2 with the Lightning Network. There's other things that build on it that are trying to solve this thing, but really a lot of Bitcoin maximalists, they don't even care. They just want this very, very secure and decentralized. Scalability, that's why they call it with the, kind of store value, right? Maybe they're not moving their Bitcoin that much. So who cares is what I'm saying. That is the trilemma. Now Ethereum, right, is very scalable and is very secure. Starting to be a little bit more centralized, right? With these staking nodes and people with the big money. I'm just saying, these are the things. You have yet to see something pure that can solve all three. And when it does, that is the unicorn of unicorns, right? So again, just kind of going through some stuff so you understand, this is what's trying to be solved. This is the big deal, right? Decentralization, we all know what that is. Again, I'm kind of going to skim over some of the stuff. But decentralization is central to blockchain technology. It acts as a safeguard against control or censorship of blockchain by any one entity or entities acting in concert. And of course, that's what we want. That's what we're trying to get away from with a lot of these centralized banking systems, a lot of the centralized government. Look at the centralized voting systems, right? This is the stuff that we're trying to fix, right? Trade-offs. That's what I said. You're sacrificing scalability. If you're very decentralized, you're going to have to trade off maybe security or scalability, right? That's what I'm saying. So what we'll see. I don't know. Maybe ETH is getting pretty close, right? Who knows? But from what people say, is very, very centralized. Same thing with what is that? Ripple, right? People love Ripple, but that's very centralized. It's a controlled type system. They want to work a lot with institutions, banks, things like that. Great, good on them. But that's what we're seeing, right? I don't know. And yeah, I'm not. Like I said, we all know what the scalability and security and all these things like that. So let me jump into this. This is what we were all going to talk about: this blockchain versus banks. And so, how do we analyze blockchain versus bank to make things as objective as possible? This energy gathered several relevant metrics that are relevant to the key attributes related to the financial domain. So as we go here, one of the big things is transaction fees, right? What is the difference between banks and blockchains? Now, again, I think we all know ETH, when it's rocking and rolling around here, can still be a little expensive for transaction fees. I think with some of these new rollouts of what they're doing, with this new kind of lowering transaction fees, hopefully Ethereum gets that kind of figured out. We'll see on these new upgrades and updates that they're doing. It's supposed to be pretty soon, this first quarter, second quarter, and we'll see how that goes. But there is none of that getting fixed in the banks, right? That is not a problem that they're working on. I've never seen it. I don't know, but transaction fees is it goes on with a lot of things. With banks, you got card payments are varied based on the card and is not paid to the user directly. Fees are paid to the payment processors by stores and are usually charged per transaction. The effect of this fee can sometimes make the cost of goods and services rise. Absolutely. Checks, I don't know, some people still use it, but $1 to $30 depending on banks. ACH transfers can be up to $5. I know with ATM machines, right? Wire transfers still very expensive, 25 to 50 international. And then, like I said, sometimes it can go even higher with depending on what country. Transaction speeds, card payments, they still taking 24 to 48 hours. That's crazy, right? Check payments, it could take up to 3 days with them still. ACH transfers still 2 days could be. Wire transfers can be completed in 24 hours, except for international, 3 days, right? So these are still the issues. Now, and I think it goes down, and I might jump ahead of myself, but anybody ever send ETH to another country? It takes me less than a minute, everybody. A minute. And the fee can be like $2, right? That's incredibly innovative compared to this, right? That's what you want. And again, didn't have to ask permission, didn't have to go to the bank if it was a lot of money and say, hey, yeah, this was $12,000. I know it was over the $10,000 limit. This is what it's for, telling you all your business. Again, that's the idea. Privacy, that's what I just mentioned. Blockchain assets such as crypto or NFTs can be as private as the user wishes. And again, it should be that way. It's weird how they got us thinking, man, like it's their right to know all our business, right? It's not. And we need to start, recognizing that. For instance, all Bitcoin is traceable, but it is impossible to establish who has ownership of Bitcoin if it was just purchased anonymously. It is. That's a beautiful thing. I love that. Great. That's why Bitcoin, all of these things are so amazing, is the transparency, the anonymity, right? All of this stuff is amazing. No double spending, no printing it whenever you want to. There's only 21 million. That's what's amazing about Bitcoin. Security, right? I know we might hate the private keys, and if we mess up, you sent it to the wrong address. There's no redos. There's no coming, no backsies, no things like that, right? But security, it's how it works here, right? You are fully responsible for holding your keys, and unless you want to still use a Coinbase and let them hold your stuff. But we can see what happens. I'm not saying Coinbase is like FTX, but FTX, the people that held their Bitcoin there, it is gone. It is gone. That is not the problem of cryptocurrency. That is not that this blockchain over here is not working properly. Nobody hacked into it. It was a criminal stealing people's money, and you put it on his exchange. And that's what you're dealing with, right? Same thing. Here it is, account seizures. If crypto is used anonymously, governments would have a hard time tracking it down to seize it. Of course, you probably are doing something criminal. If the government is looking to do that, most likely it's criminal. Or you have a rogue, ridiculous government. I mean, Venezuela, things were going a little bonkers over there, right? They completely blew up their money and it hyperinflated. It's happened in Argentina. That's why there's President Milei's in there, right? They hyperinflated their money several times, right? So it doesn't always have to be that you're doing something criminal, right? I'm just saying that's why this anonymity thing, big deal, right? I don't care, again, what anybody says about, you shouldn't have to be scared if you're not doing anything wrong. No, wrong answer. KYC, know your customer. That's another thing. Both centralized blockchains do that, but again, you don't have to do that with a MetaMask, right? There is none of that. So, again, back and forth between these two. So that was just a little, kind of a little warm up to what all of this is with blockchain. So centralized finance, some drawbacks with the centralized, right? Unbanked, we all been talking about this for a long time. The unbanked and underbanked. It is estimated that half of the world's population is unbanked. That's incredible to me. That is crazy, right? Which means people do not have access to bank checking and savings account because they do not possess the required identification to open an account, or they cannot keep the required minimum balance. The unbanked use alternative financial services such as check cashing services, money orders, and cryptocurrencies. The underbanked may have bank account, but also use alternative services, right? So that's a big one we've been saying. As soon as this kind of really lets loose and people are able to use this on a phone and you're going to have access to finance and be in this system, amazing things that you're going to be able to kind of, unlock from, because this is the bank's problem. These are the bank's issues. The banks they don't care about the other 3 billion people. There's no worries about them. The banks are not trying to fix that problem. High fees, low interest. Merchants pay fees for accepting credit cards, and depending on the bank, may not even qualify for credit card servicing. Consumers pay exorbitant interest rates on credit card balances and receive practically nothing on savings. It's the system that's set up, right? I think even Apex was talking about it the other day. The fractional reserve banking. You don't even understand when you give your money, you deposit your money in the bank. They can, if it's $100, the bank can then loan it out for $1,000. That's fractional reserve banking. They can do whatever they want, right? They can loan your money out 4 or 5 different ways, right? For mortgages, cars, same money, same dollar bill, they can do it. And I'm going to jump ahead anyways, because we're talking about high fees, low interest. Crazy, because I want to show you this visualization of the dollar's worth, right? This is how you've been getting screwed, everybody. You have been, right? Right here, this very first point, the Federal Reserve Act creates the central bank the ability to manage the country's money supply. Right there. Bingo bongo. That's what we call the creature from Jekyll Island. That's why we make fun of Jekyll Island. What they did there, Federal Reserve was created in secrecy, right then, right? And right from its inception, your dollar has been going down. And it makes a difference. It does, right? It's the reason why inflation happens. It's the reason all of this stuff is going on. So even here, this little point, well, this is the stock market crash. This is the big Great Depression right here. Okay. Then it goes up to here. President Roosevelt, garbage, criminalizes the possession of gold. Did you know that our country repossessed gold on people? Did you know that? Yeah, just saying. They made it, kind of forced you into this paper bill, forced you into using it, right? Took people's gold that they held physically, took their gold, confiscated it, right? And then the downslide. The Bretton Woods Agreement establishes the gold standard and the US dollar as the world reserve currency. So as they took everybody's gold, they backed our dollar by it. They took everybody's gold. Let me say it again. Took your gold, then they backed the dollar, right? Just saying, what's going on? Hello. And then here's good old abandoning the gold standard. Got off of it right around JFK. Poor guy. Didn't like it. So first, like kind of one of our last real presidents. Right there. They took our dollar off the gold standard. And down, 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 down. QE, 2009, financial crisis, all these things. But back here, right? And I just want to show you down here. This is what it's talking about. $1. This is how powerful your money was. $1. You could buy 30 Hershey chocolate bars in 1913 for $1. Now it's 26 bucks, right? Just saying. 10 rolls of toilet
That's
paper.
not the fun size either.
That's
That's,
not
the,
the fun-
that's
no,
the legit, double thick.
That's the
Like
little
real
ones.
thing.
That's right. It's true. But 10 rolls of toilet paper. Well, we knew that down was it during the lockdowns. Everybody's getting toilet paper.
Oh,
So we should know this one, right? 10 rolls of toilet paper, 15 bucks today. It was $1. It was $1 back then. 10 bottles of beer, $1, 20 bucks today. Coca-Cola, $15. Pretzels, 10 bags, $1. Drive-in ticket movie. It's like it is $8. It's right around here. It's like $8.50. It's $1, right? But that was like I think a drive-in. You could take the whole car. You could take the whole car. But then on and on and on is all I'm saying, right? It is wild of what has happened to your dollar, right? And that's why when I had to jump because where is it? Is talking about savings, and I'm not giving you financial advice, but savings it's worthless. If you save and you're putting it in the bank and you're saving it, this is what's happening. You're losing, right? You're losing. It's going down. Get your money doing things. Get your money making money. Get your money actively participating in some kind of investment, right? Whatever it is. I'm not telling you which one it is. I know which one I'm in. I love it. I love it over here. It's incredible. It's amazing space. But that's what you're looking at, right? Why would you
right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go back to that picture.
Yeah.
I just want to use that as the visual for look at what happens when you have top-down control of your money. So there it is. The people up at top are making the rules about the money, and it becomes less and less valuable. And that's what we were talking about, our community and the DAO and all this kind of stuff. When you have top-down like this, a government making the rules, government taking the gold, and don't worry, we're going to take the gold and put it back, behind the dollar. Sounds great, but then they make another rule, and then another rule, and then another rule, and that's the top-down rule.
Yeah.
And you could see where now a pound of pasta is $1.50,
Right.
and it's ridiculous. Now that is not what happens with Bitcoin. They have no control over it. They can't get their hands on it. That's why they're scared of it. And that's why everybody else loves it.
Yes.
And that's why the banks or BlackRock and all these other people are trying to get in on the transactions so they can make their money trading the fees, because they got no way to get in on the game if they don't have an ETF where they can charge, oh, don't worry, we're doing everybody a favor. We're going to charge you, a 0.25%.
Right.
Or you come over to our side and do your own stuff through DeFi.
Right.
It's just crazy. But right there, the visualization, it just hit me like top down control of your money is not a good idea.
Right. And like I said, we always hear trust the experts. I don't anymore. I don't. I mean, it's so much, and not that I mean they're not. And I would say there are some nefarious reasons. I don't know. No one knows, right? They could have been trying their best, but again, you have to understand the Federal Reserve. It's not a government. It's not a government, and they have no reserves. They're not federal. They're nobody. They're private families that have been given this opportunity to do this, right? To your dollar. And I was talking to FOMO even before we got on here. This is the reason back here where one person in your family, maybe the husband, would just go to work. You didn't need the wife to work, right? The wife could still take home, take care of the family, kids, and you could say that's all kind of goofy, whatever. But it's also too, you see how destroying the family, things like that. It's very weird.
I actually sat down and talked to an expert today about what you're circling right there. And you just said you don't trust the experts anymore. Well, me and my wife made the decision that we wanted to move some of what we had in stocks into Bitcoin. But instead of just doing a Bitcoin ETF, we actually want that self-custody, right? We want to store it where we want to store it, but we also want to use it in the future to leverage it, right? We want to make the fees off of it versus somebody holding the Bitcoin ETF and making the fees. Anyway, I sat down with the financial advisor. He, of course, we put the request in. He's like, "Oh, I need to talk to you." And so it's like, all right, whatever. Well, we're talking today. I'm trying to be cordial. I know how this works. I know it's like pulling teeth, So I'm not wanting to get into it. I just want my money, I'm not trying to win this guy over. But the conversation comes up. Well, where would you want the money sent? So I brought up the option. We would like it sent to Coinbase versus sent to my bank account for tax. It just makes everything clear, right? Mm-hmm. He's like, all right, well, we can do this, but here's my concerns with Coinbase and blah, 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 blah. It kind of started downhill, but I'm keeping it up on the up. I'm being respectful. You're my financial advisor. This is your job. You're supposed to advise me, blah, blah, blah. Well, he gets to the point where he's talking about, I just think it's safer if you stay in stocks. I'm like, look, man, that's just our difference in conviction. My conviction's over here. And he's like, well, why is your conviction over here? So me being me, it opened the door a little bit and I go into it and he's like, he goes, I don't understand where you're coming from with that, because back when the gold standard, when the dollar separated, and that's the point I'm getting at here. They view this chart that we're looking at now in the opposite direction.
I do.
Because when the dollar separated from gold, it gave the government the opportunity to produce wealth, in troubling times. When you produce wealth, that wealth always comes back into stocks. So your stocks are always going to continue to go up, even if the dollar goes down. And this is where the conversation, it went bad, dude. It got nasty. I'm like, are you freaking kidding? Wait, are you kidding me? Like, you're my financial advisor and you're advising, you think that happening back then was a good thing? And he goes, oh, absolutely, it was a good thing. Like I said, it gave us the opportunity to produce wealth. I'm like, dude, that was the turning point.
Right.
Worst turning point of our financial system, our financial government, in our nation. And it got nasty, dude. It got bad. And it got all the way to the point where at the end of the conversation, he's like, all right, well, let me say this. Because if you saw, you're in crypto, right? And I was like, yeah. He goes, you saw that President Trump was speaking against crypto a couple of weeks ago, and he said he's not going to allow it in our country. And I'm like, no. He said he's not going to allow CBDCs in this country. And he goes, yeah, that's crypto.
My goodness.
I was like, it's crypto, but it's the centralized bank digital currency. It's going to replace the dollar. He goes, what do you mean? I was like, that's going to be the government token. And this dude didn't even know.
They don't even know, Dusty.
He's like, what are you talking about? And I explained the whole thing to him and how JP Morgan's behind it and Jamie Dimon's take on it. Yeah. He's like, that sounds like an amazing thing. And he said, no, that I would advise you to invest in. And I'm like,
oh my goodness,
really ugly. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Like,
wow.
I don't know if I can trust you as my financial advisor.
Well, and what's crazy, Dusty, when he's saying that, right? When he's saying that, and they say that you can print money, your maybe your investments all look like they're going up, but it costs more to buy anything, right? They're not even equate. I mean, how can you be that crazy, bro? I don't mean to interrupt. That was crazy. That's great.
No, I mean, but that's why I want to explain what you're showing here to people, because this is the flack. This is the pushback that you get from the other side when you do want to make a move. It's like they want to tell you what's best for your money. You know, they want to tell you what you can pull out and what you can't pull out. And I know, Tim, you've got a short night. I heard, and probably got to go. But I just want to explain to people that it's important to understand this side of it, because they view it on the other side as completely opposite. They see this chart going up, and it's asinine. It's crazy.
It does.
Like oil in water.
It is kind of crazy. And I'm going to kind of slow it down, because I know you got something too, Tim. And plus, I think it's time to show. We got to show the stamp. You know, let's get some of that going. But really, throw it in. I know we did it before. Throw some SOSs in there, because it's time. What can be done to make Web3 accessible for edit? And it is, Oswaldo. I'm going to come back to I'll end with this, Oswaldo. So let me just go through. Absolutely. So yeah, if you want to throw some SOSs in there, and then we'll throw up the send our stamp. There it is. That's right. Time for a new advice. That's right. Well, it is. It's over now. I'm sure. Yeah. That's it. See you later, buddy. Kick him out of there. That's right. 100%. And that's what's funny, right? We keep telling you, I'm not a financial advisor. I tell you to do your own research. Yeah, that's kind of the deal. It's so wild that they don't know what the heck is really going on, and that's kind of concerning. You know what I mean? He opened up a can. There you go, sniper. That's what I'm talking about. SOS. Drop the stamp there, Tim. Let me first. Let me get over there. You got the map up, or you want me to put the map?
I got a map.
Yeah.
There it is.
Look at that. Look how full it is.
I'm going to refresh this, but let me just say 2 seconds. You know how you talk about the trustless thing, and people don't understand, why would I want a trustless system? It's the same thing they've done to the word inflation.
Yes.
It's like, oh, prices have gone up. It's inflation. It's the price's fault. It's the farmer's fault. It's somebody else's fault. They have not inflated the prices. The value of the dollar has gone down. It takes more dollars to get the pound of spaghetti. And that's what happened. It's not the fact that the pound of spaghetti became more expensive to make.
Right.
I mean, that's barely the reason. It's because the dollar is not worth as much. And they call it inflation, but it's not. It's what they've done to the dollar to make it less value. Yes. Now it takes $100 a week to go to the store to get the same amount of groceries that it would have taken you $75 a month ago, a year ago, whatever it was. So it's not the inflation of the products. That's the tricky part of that word. The same way that people don't understand that we want a trustless society, a financial system, because we don't want that. We want a trustless thing, and we don't want inflation, because inflation is just them messing with the money supply.
It is 100%. Right.
So that's just me watching it. And I have a lot of financial advisor friends who don't get it, and don't it's like they're not allowed to talk, that they know what's going on.
Right.
His office is probably bugged, and he probably can't say.
Well, no, you keep hearing the same old. You'll hear them say the same old thing, right? It is. It's for money laundering. It's for terror, and that's already ingrained in their head, man. And that's what I'm saying. It's going to be hard to unlock a lot of people, right? Except for when the FOMO starts. When Bitcoin gets up to $250,000, this is going to be a different story. Seriously, FOMO will kick in. It's all over then. Hopefully I don't drop off of there, because I'm getting prepared to the stamp too, everybody. There we go.
We're getting ready.
All right.
Here it comes. You got to be quicker than that.
All right. Where we you're going to be able to put it up to kind of middle?
Yep.
I'll do it. Yeah, I get it. Oh, there you go. Oh, bam.
There it is.
Just like that.
Now I got to open my.
Oh, drink up.
Drink up, drink up.
Oh, what's it look like this? I was like that. No. How's it make a how do you make the middle one?
I got it when you went small.
Oh, I got you. I'll let you do it.
Are you gonna let me do it?
You got it. I won't touch it no more. I'm drinking up. There we go. Oh,
and there it is. Don't touch it, Ray.
I won't.
Hands up. Hands up. Let me see both hands.
We want the other way.
Oh, that is the way. Oh, you want a bigger map?
I want a bigger map, less stamp. The other way.
think not everybody has the screen resolution that you do. Let's leave it big for just a minute.
Okay, thank you. Screen revolution.
It makes a difference.
I know, I hear you.
Oh, I got it. Drink up. Now I'll make it small.
Yep. There we go. Going into SOS. That's right. Floor, good to see you. My crypto adventure. The advisor just became, that's right. Way to go, Sniper. SOS. The advisor. FAFO. That's right. That's right. You sure did. Good show, boys. Appreciate you. Good to see you, Scott. But it's kind of crazy. And that's another thing. We all know. I mean, any of us would have been on the phone talking the same way. Obviously, Sniper's a little more in it, right? And kind of loves this whole space. But I mean, all of us, we know this kind of stuff. And talking to anybody like this, it's wild. Like I said, it's funny. Getting a lot of people looping back around. Kind of been out of space for like 2 years, man. And now it's getting exciting again. So yeah, it's funny to see that kind of come back, and they don't know, right? They all are just fixated on price and speculation. But yeah, it's so much more than that.
Well, the fire up point is that anybody else that makes that same phone call, they're interested in crypto now. They make that phone call and they don't have the same as much as a conviction I do. They just cower down, right?
Yeah.
Turn in a direction like, okay, yeah, this is too hard. It's too difficult. And it shouldn't be that way. Like if you're a financial advisor, you should fully understand all the options out there. And if a person wants to make that option, you should be able to educate them properly on it, not just from a personal stance, So I don't know. That's kind of what fired me up on it. It was like, man, if this would have been my wife, that conversation could have gone a totally different direction, right?
Oh yeah.
She could have been like, okay, you're right, never mind. I just don't want to deal with it,
And that's what they deal with. They got that, that's what I don't like with any of the stuff, with the expert stuff. It's weird how sometimes some of these other stuff, when you talk about experts, they don't even want you to look up stuff, man. Like I'm too stupid to read and comprehend, right? It's very weird. And I've seen it in some places, but then in other areas, you don't want to look up medical stuff, right? I'm too stupid to understand that. But over here, I can figure out, what type of car. I shouldn't trust a used car salesman. But it's just kind of goofy, man. I look up everything. I'm really different. I don't trust anything they say. Yeah, it's I'm in a different kind of area. What is the name of the stamp? Oh, Night Owl. Let me see. Let me take a look.
Follow the mob.
Follow the mob. M2 Nomers. That's what I'm talking about.
Let's go. Let's put that SoFi score before we get off. Drop hashtag drink up. Let's go. Hashtag drink up.
That's right. Throw it up there. Hashtag drink up. Let me see. Let me get there. Let me pop it up. You have the map up enough. Let's see.
I can bump it over.
Yeah.
95.80.
95.80. Love it.
Drink up.
Turn up. There you go. Come on, follow the mob. Get to my SOS. Send our stamps. Come on. There we go. Drink up. Hashtag. Drink up. See? Right there. Drink up. Come on. Look at that
there
thing.
It is.
Oh.
We're going to hit 96.
That's what I'm talking about, Leba. Drink
96
up.
happening now. Boom.
There, it's rocking, man. That is awesome. Community rocking. There we go. Sniper, drink up. Encrypting Chaos, drink up. Apex, drink up. Yes. Great. Love it. Thanks to the wise guys. Kind of got to get this stuff, or at least know where to find out. Someone in the bees community will answer my question. Thanks to the wise guys. Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Anytime. And yeah, drop questions. Anything in the comments. We need to kind of, hear what you guys are looking, wanting to know. There it is. Follow the mob. Hey, remember, everybody, we're going to hop back to X and Spaces, and we are going to be mobbing tonight. And I wanted to touch just last bit, because I told Oswaldo that we were going to talk about this. What can be done to make Web3 accessible for everyone? In my country, there are a lot of people who even do not have. Oh, that's. I was going to jump right into it, Oswaldo. I was going to say, well, you could get an app on the phone, and now you can kind of explain what Opus AI is doing with that Web3 and making it accessible for everyone. But without a phone, Oswaldo, that's a tougher type thing. We shall see. I think there's some stuff in the mix that we can maybe help and get that going. Right? Drink up, Lord Paxman. There it is. Drink up. And yes,
there's some fireworks going on there, Ray.
Look at that. Look at it. See, we get drowned out there, Sniper. That was pretty extensive fireworks right there. But yeah, the monsters cover up Atlanta. That's awesome.
You're hoarding all the fireworks down there.
We're hoarding fireworks, and that's it. So I'm talking about. And Oswaldo, real quick, I want to just jump in. This is what they need to do, Oswaldo, if they do have a phone. Get the loot. What? Get the loot. Better get it. Gotta get it, Oswaldo. Like I said though, phone
look at the glow, Ray. Look at that glow.
That is some nice glow. Look at the whole western seaboard, man. Wow. He's lighting up there. I do like the East Coast. Look how compact that is. That's nice. A lot of monsters, man. Hey, you know what's funny is I was looking one of the first shows we did. We were doing the map. Wow, a lot of monsters. It was a few monsters there. Now it's pretty tight over there. I like it. But we're gonna wrap it up with this because I want to show you. This is the idea.
What'd you say it was?
Was it?
What'd you say it was?
Pretty tight.
Pretty tight.
Tight, yeah.
It is 100%. So, that's the main thing. And again, Opus AI, Oswaldo. That's what you need to kind of get people over there with their app or on Android, Apple, Android, whatever it is. Who's mobbing tonight? Let me hear it. That's right. Light it up.
Drink up. There's some more glow.
Yeah, there it is. It's glowing. And look, look. 97.8. Look at it. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. It's just been smoking.
Somebody's getting a haircut tonight.
I think it is, George. I think you might need to get the clippers out, George. It might happen tonight. Lightning.
The summer cut in the middle of winter.
That's right. Well, you do. And it's never bad. It's good. Mobbing. That's it. Get your symbols up there. Get over to spaces, and we're gonna rock and roll. Right? There we go. Is it still looks still going up, man?
Still going. Let's go. We gotta wait till 98.
Man, I'm excited. I thought whenever that portal's gonna open, and you're gonna see some craziness. I can guarantee you that's gonna go bonkers, right? That's kind of wild, man. It is nice, but that is steadily. Appreciate all the comments. Hey, if you haven't smashed the like button, smash it for us, right? Share it on all these, social media platforms that you kind of frequent, whether it's YouTube or X, Facebook. Pop it out there to other people, right? So they can kind of see what's going on here. Let's mob and go. Look at the map glow. That's what I'm talking about. Thanks for another stellar. Thank you. Right, I appreciate everyone. And we will throw it back to spaces because it's time to get mobbing. And, thank you for, all, like I said.
There it is.
9,800 right there.
Boom.
That's to everybody.
The mob is growing. I'm seeing people that used to get mobbed are now part of the mob.
Beautiful.
Some spaces that used to get raided are now mobbers. So the mob is growing. It's getting the job.
That is great job. I love the mob. Mobbing.
You know what it sounds like when you hit 98?
What?
It's official. All right.
That's it. All good. Hey, appreciate everybody. Have a happy Monday. Appreciate everybody showing up and showing out. And we're going to throw it back to Spaces X and our mob and crew over there, Apex and Austin M2. Appreciate those guys holding it down and crushing it over there on Spaces. Changing the game. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you guys. And then we'll be over there in 2 shakes, right? Let me just close this down. Everybody have a great night, and we are out.